Hi there, guys. I hope that you guys are doing good today. This video is going to go through our Aesop's Fables read along. All right. Generally, in class, I read and the students read along with me. All right. So, guys, I put these in the packets that your parents picked up from the school. So, if you don't already have it out, get it out. All right, if you need to go find it, you can pause me. But for those of you who are ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started, okay? We're going to start on page 68. All right, page 68. There's a 6 and an 8 down in the corner. And the title of the first story is The Cat and the Birds. All right, so get yourself to page 68. All right, and then you're going to want to just follow along with me while I read. Okay, as usual, I'm going to try to read slow enough for you all to keep up with me. All right, here we go. The Cat and the Birds. A sly old cat had been told that the birds in the birdhouse were ill. "I will put on some glasses and an overcoat and visit them," said the cat to himself. "Perhaps they will think I am the doctor. Then, if they open their door to me, I will eat them up." So he crept up to the birdhouse. "I hear you are ill," he said, "so I have come to bring you some medicine." "Thank you," said the birds, "but we know who you are. We are much more likely to get well without your medicine than with it." All right. It says down at the bottom of the box, says the Bible says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." Matthew 7:15. All right. Um, Generally, I ask you guys questions at this point, so I'm going to talk to myself a little bit like I've been doing in our Bible lessons, okay? Um, all right, so they say the Bible portion says, "Beware of false prophets. They may come to you in sheep's clothing." What that means is that, people may come to you trying to seem like they're someone who wants to help you or do good things for you, when really they're hiding another motive, another idea of what they would like to do, and it is something that would serve them that you might not necessarily like. So just like with the cat climbing up the pole, trying to pretend he was a doctor so that the birds would feel comfortable and they would open the door to him, um, when actually it was a cat that wanted to eat them or hurt them in some kind of way. So luckily, the birds in the story were wise enough to recognize that the cat was not necessarily who he was trying to tell them he was. Okay, so you just got to be mindful of that. Um, don't necessarily believe everything that people say to you. Sometimes their motives are for their own good and not at all for your good. Okay, so that's the idea of the cat and the birds. All right, if you look at page 69, these are some words to practice. Okay, the first group of words there, um, we're not going to write in our Aesop's Fables book, so please don't. But it says that you were to circle the C in the words. So I'm going to read the words and I'm going to talk about the C's. Okay, so if you remember from phonics, we learned that if a C is followed by an E, I, or a Y, it sounds like an S. Okay, so like that first word on the page is race. Okay, that CE sounds like an S. So that's how that word says race. All right, so then we have chance, center, circus, parcel, spice, voice, rejoice, Nancy, and medicine. Okay, so those all have a C in them that is followed by either an IE or a Y, so they sound like S's. All right, now I'm going to skip down to the bottom of the page where it says that those words are sight words. These are words that you have to keep in mind while you're reading. They're not going to follow the rules that we have learned. So you have Mr., MR period, that's how you write Mr., don't. Remember we talked about contractions. That apostrophe makes don't the same thing as do not. Okay? You and where, as in where is your book? All right? Go ahead and turn the page. So you're looking at page 70. This story is The Rabbit and the Turtle. All right? So try to read along with me. I'll try to go slow. One day, a turtle was creeping down the road. A rabbit came hopping along. "Good morning, Mr. Turtle," said the rabbit. "Don't you wish you could run as fast as I can?" "You run fast, and I go slowly," said the turtle. "But I think I can beat you in a race." "What?" said the rabbit. "You beat me in a race? I can go 10 times as fast as you can." "So you, sorry. So you can," said the turtle. "But I may still beat you. Will you run a race with me?" "Yes," said the rabbit, "but I am foolish to run with an old creeper like you. Where shall we race?" Not very nice. All right, look at page 71. "Let us go from this big tree to the big tree by the river," said the turtle. "We will start when you count to 3. 1, 2, 3, go," said the rabbit. Away he ran as fast as he could. All right, you gotta turn the page. So you're looking at page 72. He ran a little way, and then he looked back. The turtle was not in sight. "I will stop and eat some of these green leaves," said the rabbit. "Then I will run on to the tree." So he stopped and ate the green leaves. Then he said, "That old creeper is not in sight. I will lie down a while and rest. Then I will run to the big tree by the river. I shall be there long before Mr. Turtle comes." So the rabbit lay down, and soon he was fast asleep. All right, now I'm on 73. When he woke up, he looked back. He did not see the turtle. "I may as well go on," he said. He ran to the big tree by the river. There, under the tree, sat the turtle. The turtle was slow, but he did not stop until he had reached the end of the race. And that is how he won. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to ask you guys the questions. Okay, number 1 says, why did the turtle ask the rabbit to race him? Okay. Says the turtle knew that if he kept going, he would win the race. Okay, so the turtle knew that he could outsmart the rabbit, even though the rabbit was fast. The turtle knew that he needed to be diligent, continue on, and that he would win. Okay, the rabbit, he was not very humble, and he thought that he could go super fast, so he didn't need to worry about staying the course, being diligent, sticking to what he was supposed to be doing, and so ultimately in the end he did not win the race. Okay. Number 2, why did the rabbit think himself foolish to race? Because he thought that he was so much better than the turtle that it was silly for him to even try. That he was going to leave the turtle so far behind in his dust that it wouldn't be worth anybody's time. Okay. Number 3, the rabbit could have won the race. Why didn't he? Okay, like I've already said, because he was lazy, because he was too full of himself. He thought that he would be able to win the race even by stopping and having a snack, taking a nap, rather than continuing on the course, getting the things that he needed to done, finish, and ultimately reaching the finish line. Okay, says the Bible says, "Let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Hebrews 12:1. Okay, so that just means if there's a task that is important enough for you to do, it is important enough for you to take the time to do it correctly, and keep working on it. Okay, so don't get too full of yourself. Don't say, "Oh, I can do this better than anybody else. I don't need to try," because that's when we end up disappointed in ourselves. All right, so go ahead and turn the page. You should be looking at page 74. I just want to double check right quick what I assigned you. All right, so page 74. All right, we have more word practice here, okay? And this one, it's showing us that the EA, like in the word thread, the EA can say eh. Now remember from phonics, we learned a lot of things that EA can say. It can say the long E sound, it can say the long A sound, and it can say eh, like a short E. Confusing for sure, right? All right, so I'm going to look at these words. The EA, like in thread. I'm going to go ahead and read them. We have bread, spread, breath, ready, head, feather, heaven, and weather. All right? I'm going to skip down to the sight words again so we don't use up too much time in this page. Okay, those sight words down at the bottom of the page, they're in the bold type, remember? We have laughed, anything, very, together, again, one, and of. All right, look at page 75. We're going to read about the fox and the grapes. It was a very warm day. I am so hungry and so thirsty, said the fox as he came along the dusty road. Oh, there are some fine grapes. What luck! I will have those grapes. So he gave one big leap up to the vines, but he could not quite reach them. Again he jumped, and again and again, but each time he fell back more and more out of breath. Okay, we got turn page. So you're on page 76. Then he sat and looked at them. Soured old things, he growled. I would not eat one of them if they I would not eat one of them. They are not good for a fox. I will leave them for the greedy birds. Birds will eat anything. Then he went away, and the grapes rubbed their soft cheeks together and laughed softly at the silly old fox. All right, number one. Why did the fox want the grapes? Okay, because he was hungry and he was thirsty, and they looked like a delicious snack, of course, right? Number two. Did the fox know for sure the grapes were sour? Nope, he knew no such thing. He couldn't reach them, right? So in his mind, the grapes were delicious and sweet and juicy. Okay, so number three. Why did he say the grapes were sour? Okay, because he was mad that he couldn't reach them. I'm sure you've heard someone behave this way yourselves. You know, if somebody says that they want to play with your toy or something, and you say no, and then they tell you that it's a toy they don't even like anyway. It doesn't look like any fun. It probably will break, you know, whatever. Something, because it makes them feel better that they can't partake in that by saying that it's not something good. Saying like, oh, well, I didn't want to do that anyway. Well, I didn't want to play anyway, right? All right, and it says, the Bible says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Proverbs 15:2. Okay? So they're just saying that if you are wise, the things that come out of your mouth will be things that you know to be true. If you are foolish, the things that come out of your mouth may not be true. So it's okay to say that you don't know something. It's okay completely. Very, very smart people do not know things, and they recognize that they do not know things. Okay, so just spitting out things that are not true just to either make yourself feel better or to make it sound like you know things is foolish. Okay, you want to be sure that the things that you are saying, even in moments of frustration, are the truth. All right, and that's where we're going to stop with Aesop's Fables this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I know it's one of your favorite things that we do. Um, and I will see you guys again soon.